welcome back. Hope you guys are doing great. Alright, so first of all, on the spot for our Divine Masculine's mother, how she feels about you, Divine Feminine. We've got wisdom, and that's a beautiful card to have. If you look close, well, first of all, wisdom, she sees you to be a wise person. And also, I'm getting that she will instill wisdom on her son. Now, whether that be from her, or for him, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be for him, especially if he comes from well, either type of family, broken or stable. She sees wisdom within you. There's a sunlight shining, and there's a man ready to be like having his own family. It seems around that age, loyal, has his loyalty. There's a symbol of loyalty with a dog, and the book. So he's going to learn things. He's going away from his family. And 5 is change number. So she knows possibly he left, or this is a rite of passage, a phase in life that will happen, and she sees you illuminating wisdom through him, or that you are wisdom. His grandmother sees this whole situation as to the waiting game. This is also something, a rite of passage card, in my opinion. See how he's orbiting? You can't rush things, you can't force things. There's roots, and through time they grow. I'm getting that she understands that eventually, just like, they're all similar, they're all in understanding, it seems, that this could happen, this will happen, excuse me, and so far I'm seeing mother has a positive influence, or an influence, period. Grandmother seems less pressing, more allowing of what is to be. Father has recognition and reward, and when I thought of my twin flame's father, before I even looked at his pile, which was because a few spit out, a few cards actually fell out, and it just made me smile because me being raised as an only child and in a single parent home, it was just fun because I'm also chatty and extroverted, so I just love that in the dad spot, father got so many to come out. It's awesome. And then I got emotional before I even flipped him over, because of the respect, the sheer amount of respect I have, and I had a little conversation with him in 5D, and mentally, basically, and that was that he raised a very beautiful, lively young man, and there's just so much. He's so smart, I told him, and he's so much life. So then I flipped him over, and guess what he sees you as, Divine Feminine? Recognition and reward. So it seems like this is reciprocated. You as an example, the feeling I got for him before I even flipped this over, the father, just was this recognition, and I feel he feels the same thing for you, Divine Feminine. He wants, it's basically an approval. Look at him. Approval. And you may never have met this person either. This is all energetically as well, you guys, past souls, lives, energy that may be covered by illusion, but it's still what it is. Okay, it's coming up. Movement, decision, choices. So this is similar to the rest of his family, understanding he's going to pick something. It's a matter of time. He orbits around that understanding of love and making his own family, being the patriarch of his own family. Here on the mother side as well. leaving the family, being loyal to his own, understanding, grandma understanding this is, and also I feel like a heavy energy of wanting to push forward with this, giving him strength, maybe low key, because again, like I say, when the book is there and when influence is pressed, wisdom is shared, regardless of who, you want to understand where it's coming from. Where is that coming for the betterment of the family or his own family? Right, birthright video type of stuff. Okay, check out that video on birthrights. So we also have the universe card for what the father of your twin flame wants you to understand. Your divine masculine. That paired with sacrifice. It could be that a low-key message, swift message to you, divine feminine, that with this man, it's going to Spirit, help me how to explain this without sounding negative. It's gonna take. They kept showing me the risk reward concept, but it seems like he's gonna want you to take the leap for his son, because it's gonna maybe not so easy. And of course, twin flames, as we know, divine masculine, and dealing with all of that at first, the way you see it from an ego perspective, at first in the beginning phases, isn't so easy until you reach your realization that egoic love is not unconditional. So it just dissipates naturally, and that's naturally, it happens naturally. It's hard to force. Okay, you can hope and pray for and believe it'll come. That helps. But this sacrifice, that seems what he means to be saying, that hope and pray and believe. Even if that means possibly being celibate too. But then again, this is all personal. That's my take. It's up to you if you feel like merging energies to learn lessons or not. For me, it's just so close. It's just so in my realm already that wouldn't make sense. 10 on the clock. So, yeah, that sacrifice also just being assuming the position, but however that position may look, having faith through in their boy, that universe is going to take care of it, that it'll take care of itself through time. He's yours, basically. You're his, more likely. Or evenly. Okay? So, he wants you to understand as well that this is what he deserves, his son deserves. And he wants his son to pick the route of 2, union, and look at that. The rings in what the boy is looking at the door. Then there's growing, something maybe green, like money, wealth, and then there's the free card, which is, I think, kind of giving up and being lost. And then there's those, like, it looks like vitamins, self cards. So all these are more self and growing and work and stuff, but he's looking and being led by his father towards this pink divine feminine color, unconditional love color, and these 2 rings. Alright? So, maybe just reminding him of movement and time, maybe telling him about his stories and choices and decisions, reminding him, our divine masculine, that he has his own to deal with and learn. Alright, that was beautiful. Next, from a sister, we have crown chakra. If your divine masculine has a sister and she knows about you, she sees you as a spiritual natured individual, I think likes you, or at least sees you as not a threat as much as maybe other family would, because then again, it's a whole nother generation, eyes looking. She also thinks too, like the father, and also a cup emotion there, eye to eye, spiritual union, 12:21 on the clock, and that's amazing. I really got excited about that because that's just so special. So these two together, I mean, these three together, look, this is what she thinks. You guys, girls, people, chakra, crown chakra, and unconditional. It seems like this person too, the sister is illuminated, is awake, illumined for sure, spiritual for sure, supportive of this for sure. And 6 being a love number, I think that's her brother. And she has material and spiritual prosperity that she's wishing for him, and also sees you to bring towards him, or you two in convergence together will bring together. 13 on the clock. Awesome. And these were, what were these for? Okay. Alright, so first was this. Our angels want us to know that this is coming. An ace. This is such an understanding card. Can you see this? Wow, wave of emotion. Prosperity begins, first of all. Peaches. It seems like things might be more easier. Peaches and cream would be nice. But you know what? Even if they are up in the air and not with us in our, it's only in our mind. Peaches and cream is in our mind. What we hold as hope, as space, hold space, through these perhaps situations that Father, for example, was trying to award us recognition and tell us to understand that it might be hard, but universe and third presency is there, and he's going to make movement and choices. So see, so this hope, this hand over the hand, it's showing such understanding, hope and understanding. That share song, check it out, I heard that yesterday, it was so awesome. See, like there's a walnut way down there, and I think walnut wood is like so expensive, you guys. Even a like thin slab for like a bar top, it's expensive, really expensive. So valuable. Okay, so even if it's hard and these peaches and cream thoughts are all up in our hearts and minds, it's a seed planted, a valuable seed planted, much like Dad's popping in my mind again with what his message was about prosperity being even in the midst of hardship will come. 1515. With that universe being a positive outcome, promise from the universe. Okay, so this is also we're coming together and understanding again hardships, going through that emotional healing and going hand in hand through that, whether that be in the hearts and minds in separation or not. I'm getting a lot of you guys are having communication with your twin. Okay, then we have, let's see, it was moving on. See this, okay, this ace of new value and lasting loyalty, it seems, is regardless, withstanding this moving away. And I believe it's maybe a moving away physically, separation, I mean, not moving away far, but possibly for some of you. And but it's moving away from the old ideas of love, the old concepts, the human expectations, human assignments that we're supposed to just expect to create and or to be experienced, and it's not. It's completely different. This is our job, to bring this completely different love into the world. So we have spiritual strength as well. See, bringing in the ending to the old cycles of love, and we have love here with the number 6. Moving on from these, having this amulet we call our truth, our twin flame, our belief, our God, also leading us through spiritual strength. Okay, right behind us. You have to walk around like you have this energy knowing right behind you, okay? Your dad. Call him dad. Whatever you want. God. The great creator of the universe. Anything you want. Spiritual strength, okay? That's what you're gaining. And it's all within. So, however way you want to look at that, alright? Again, another love number 6. And this is what divine masculine, I feel, eventually as well, just like as you, divine feminine, are feeling this this understanding of the sacrifice and that everything's going to be okay. And it really isn't a sacrifice. Look at her. She's not feeling like, woe is me, I'm sacrificing something. This is like I'm doing a honor action. Okay, creating so much, creating victory and success. Both of us, throughout how it looks, throughout whether it looks the way we want it to or not. Divine masculine is hearing his call, moving on from, as well as his dark understandings of limiting himself, and going forward towards this. All aspects of either divine feminine, masculine, all kinds of different situations, we're all healing and getting ready in alignment towards this, towards unity. Literally, look at the picture. It's all coming together. Again, check out now. It's a weird time in life where all the planets are visible to the naked eye out there. So check it out. That seems like ascension, you know, all of their 8 planets are out there. Interesting. All right, let's see. So that was the family messages, as well as the overall what's coming towards us, the financial and material changes. So again, they want me to let you know, divine feminine, focus on your career, your spiritual career, and those changes, because you will have victory and success. So focus on your spiritual strength, as well as your divine masculine, moving on from limiting beliefs. And yeah, the spiritual union is seeing eye to eye, and people are noticing, not just his sister, but people around that are also illumined will see this spiritual union, this eye to eye love, and want that the same way for themselves. So you're already bringing in this new way, this new understanding. When you tell people, like, even 20 years from now, when we're having an anniversary, say, or maybe it won't look like that, but it will just be so much years later where we still are this way, helping each other, being there for each other, okay? Then that shows as well, all of this, for example, doing this for each other and for the understanding of what is and what will be your beliefs will definitely cause the atomic love wave, even a monkey see, monkey do situation. That will keep on expanding and expanding and expanding. So it seems like that's the plan, right? 2021 on the clock. All right. So I'm glad we have wisdom from Mom. Let's get one more from Mom. And what does she want us to bring for our divine masculine? We have memories of love. Okay, so maybe if he's visiting her, she's probably noticing he's in love or thinking about someone in love. When people miss people, they get moody. Parents can always tell, especially mothers. Trapped in fear and shadow. See, moody, checking out himself, really could be drinking a lot, and also just checking in on himself and reflecting. Trapped in fear, however. See, then that's in the shadows, that's where that happens. These anxieties raise up. So, and memories of love is happening. So perhaps this is why she's going to offer her wisdom, okay? And father as well is going to maybe even offer him some recognition and reward for already even being in these emotional states to move forward and choose love. And grandma is watching it all, waiting happily, because she knows this will happen, it seems. That's what I'm getting. She totally knows this union will happen. Lots of 2s for the family. Lots of 2s towards us from the family. All right. Another thing that this is going to require. This was a mage. So this is patience. Because when I ask what is still present, what can we expect to still see? Obstacles and challenges. And it wouldn't be a twin flame relationship if we didn't have that. There's constantly growing. So, don't give up. This is why word of a masculine is, and this is why it may look choppy to you. But we have to be aware that if this wasn't present, then we wouldn't have this opportunity to grow ourselves, to focus on our spiritual careers, let them pick what they really want and not just do a spontaneous action, impulse, action. It takes patience. Let them sort their stuff out, and trust me, if you love them enough to do that. We just gotta get ourselves to realize and remember this stuff, okay? Real quick, let's see. I want to try and get this before under 30 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I talk so much, don't I? So, Inner Peace card. Our Divine Masculine sent us this personally. This flipped out when I wanted him to know when I wanted to know what he wanted us to know. And that is just to have inner peace. He knows that we're thinking of all this stuff. And he also is thinking of all this stuff. And look at what the book is named. Which, by the way, sync alert. I was going to post a song on my page, on my Facebook yesterday. And the name was Good Enough. So it was interesting because, look, there it is. Good enough. A message from him to me now. Oh, and this is what I got. Since I didn't post that because I didn't want to try to manipulate or maneuver universe too much to get this to happen, I did end up posting a few other songs that were also helpful, more towards him, however, versus me telling him something. It was more of a spiritual help, like almost big sister help, higher self help versus my ego helping, if that makes sense to anybody, like wanting it now or wanting his healing, period. It's two different songs, so I'll try to get the name of that. But see, so since I didn't post the one that said good enough, okay, because that's something he has to understand too, and it's okay, it is good enough to keep these within and just have this energetically, because you don't want to suffocate the guy also, okay? But do act on what you think would help him. Okay. And I keep getting the word indirectly, but it's all up to you guys. Use your own heart and all that. Okay, so we also have maturity. This is how he looks at you. Mature, someone who's alone. Look at, she's just great. Working with God behind her. Getting that golden knowledge. There's a star right behind her noggin. Getting that info, those messages from God. A lot of light. Look at working with all those flames. And so much like Akashic knowledge right behind her. So Akashic records are also something you can look up. Along with what else? Cognitive functions, birthright from the Divine Masculine, and planetary alignments right now. 25 on the clock. Wow, every time I look over. So he sees you as a mature person. I think it's also because you're not, you understand his silence, you understand that his issues, and you know you have yours too, so you're giving him this space and you're not reacting like a normal, well, like an average basic person would. So he sees that maturity. See that star behind your head? Getting those information from your beliefs, your heart. Okay. Also, we have emotional freedom. And look at these great omens, these creatures. They look so happy in their own realm. And this divine feminine and masculine is how we have to feel for us to come back after separation. We learn after we meet each other some of our shadows, like we had divine masculine going with the shadow and stuck in fear, but just so we can break through that, okay? And then once we break through that, and then our privacy, because sometimes being with someone who has like a complete opposite cognitive functions, because that's what I'm thinking our twin flames are, because they are completely opposite, but at the same time we're completely us at the same time. So I guess it takes, when that saying goes, it takes one to know one, and it also takes one way to know the complete opposite. So if that makes sense, follow me. If that makes sense, in turn, meaning you both have a mutual respect, it seems like even playing field or on the same level, even though you guys are completely calibrated or configured different. Anyway, so this is basically where you are acceptance of how you are configured, and then you really own it and be you, basically, the real you. And sometimes that has to be around someone not completely the opposite that is still finding themselves as well. Because divine feminine, one thing we have to really remember while we're around them and remember every day is to keep the peace. We got to keep the peace. I think that's probably one of our main objectives. Keeping the peace, because how we're configured and stuff is sympathy and emotion and understanding that stuff. So why not be the matriarch, be the one that has partially more advantages to keep the peace, if not if even at all. Just try, so be around in your own realm, prance around as yourself in your own realms is what needs to be happening for emotional freedom. And then once that happens, you get emotional maturity, and then bam, it's perfect time for union. Again, I need to tell you guys, and I really want to get you guys to where I'm getting to, and trust me, it takes a minute, but you have to understand it might not look like the way you wanted it to. It may look like the closeness you wanted it to, but without a label. Not to say that he's going to have a marriage or anything like that, but may not, may just be just different than what you expected. Again, we're bringing in a new love, so we've never seen this type of thing. Gotta have maturity. Okay? Alright. And inner peace. Like so. Even if you say, I wish I shoulda, coulda, woulda, like the good enough song I wanted to post when he sent me this good enough. The thinking and holding space is good enough. And focusing in on you is good enough. Whoops. Okay. Next, we have right here, divine masculine. He sees you as getting over these, or in the midst of getting the feels for him, and as well as he's feeling this way, 9 of Swords, and he sees you as, because of this, because of his perhaps indecision or silence, walking away. You know that saying, ignoring each other is cool until it turns into not speaking to each other ever again real quick. So maybe him being scared of putting in that effort, picking up the phone and wanting to text and then not texting type of thing, he makes you feel, he knows he probably made you feel sad. He feels sad about it, and this is how he feels about you, how he thinks you feel leaving this, and that makes him wake up and be like, do you want it or do you not really understand? Look at his spirit guide. It's like, it's time to go. It's time to escape wherever you are. Stop trying to save this chest for yourself. You can't take it where we're going through this window. All right? It's time to go through Wonderland is where they're leading him, the guides. And the Page of Cups is someone who is so lovable. So, okay, how do I say this? Young and willing to love, but they're so hurt if you don't feel the same way. So it could be why their insecurities. This guy is willing to come in, okay? He just needs to listen to his guides and dump the ego value stuff, okay? That's what I'm getting with that. Yeah, and then divine feminine needs to quit worrying, because the man is about to jump off of this and go that way. Look at his face. Does that look like a guy who feels like you think he's gonna sit here forever? No. It's like windows open. He's probably just looking one last chance, and then realizing, yeah, it's ready to go. So becoming this page and really needing to be reciprocated, but also even if it was reciprocity in your union, again, there may have been squabbles and a sort of falling out. A lot of twins met on the day that everything could go wrong. That could go wrong, will go wrong. What did go wrong? So that's possibly why they may have misunderstood you and just felt a little wilted, jilted. Okay, so but now they're feeling, hey, their luck is kind of showing up. They're feeling their courage. Maybe they went back with family, and they're going to toss this coin, make a decision. Page of Pentacles also pick a route, and I believe that they're then, as soon as this happens, the devil shows up, you know. So be patient along with daddy's messages. Could be an addiction, drinking, how he handles things. Just let the man be himself, basically, okay? Man or woman, divine masculine. All right, so we also have over here, what I ask God, what is happening right now for me? What is me right now in the deck? And we have Ace of Wands. So a new wand, a really new, like I've been harping on, you guys, in the last couple of videos, going in to this new, like the portal that happened yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Just going in through time now, being yourself, and being okay with focusing in on yourself, and being okay with what is. And another thing is, one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. That's a trick, okay? So then I got, what is the union? What is us? What is happening with us? And look, Two of Cups. So the energy is present. Our guides, see his and mine? It looks like the black one is mine, and that one was the one leading him out the window, right? Well, either way, they're sharing and configuring. Oh, wow, we just lost light. All right, let's see if we can do it. They're sharing and configuring. It almost seems like lights out for everything else in the world. And now it's just focusing on us two. And mentally, and allow this chance to happen physically. Divine Feminine, don't think that's a big part coming into what's going to happen next. Don't think that this is negative, that the separation is negative, that, oh, this will never happen type of situations. You have to remain positive. What you think is what will happen. So really start seeing the positive, yang it out. Understand that you are in a position to get what you want. Now pick what you want. Wands are wants, remember? Alright, I guess that's where they want us to end. There's a few more cards. Here, maybe you can see these. We have the intuition. So he knows, our divine masculine knows that we have abundance of self-love. Oh gosh, lighting. Here, can you see this? Alright. So the self-love card, orange is a good color too, I believe. You know, if you can look up online from your daily astrology stuff, you can actually wear a color that'll help bring abundance, bring the best outcome. To say if there's a planet or something in with a certain color and you wear that, or have a handkerchief of that color, that that'll amplify your positive outcomes, all those possibilities. Okay, so I also have some more. Okay, I asked divine masculine, or my guides, if divine masculine could send me a message of what he knows that I can tell about him, and this is relationship change. So he knows that I can tell that there's the way he sees relationships is changing. And like I said before, mine has literally told me that the separation, or this change, it's not very much so separation for me, it's just a change. Friendship is something that was really important to him, and friendships are more important to him almost. So that's just where he is there. And also that we both have health things to heal, okay? Things to heal. And to clarify this health card, I got serendipity. So of course it's serendipitous for both of us to have the same issues or similar, just need to heal. And the relationship card I clarified with dating. So this is definitely annoying that he wants to reach out, but it's just taking some time because of inner insecurities and healing. But those that he has offered, if your divine masculine has offered you friendship, you're so lucky. I feel so lucky. I'll take it. You know what I mean? So there's also, you can barely see this, but that's him, usually his card, who he personally is someone that takes on a lot, but he wants to let you know he sees you as that as well. And you have a Four of Wands. Oh, Four of Wands. Really stable force, something he wants to build on, okay? And we have the Three of Pentacles. So really invite third energy of creator inside you as well, so you can move forward with presence in every moment and appreciation, so you can create the best outcome, because it is serendipitous. It has to do with dating, that we both want each other, both have to heal. Okay. Let's see if I have enough time for this. Alright, so with this next phase, we are going to have to understand, taking stock of, understanding we can't have drama, we can't be the drama. We have to keep the peace, divine feminines, as well as being patient. And this person has one eye that knows it'll happen, but she's not moving much action, but she knows it'll happen. Her guide is there too, so Temperance, as well as she knows that she will be the Empress. I'm sorry, Queen of Cups. And this Queen of Cups is pregnant. See, she's not scared of losing water from her shell. Okay, and lots of young guides are around too. She knows that she can be this character, the Fool, and still have her positive outcomes, can still have serendipity, and still have what's hers, just not be worrying about it. Okay, you guys? Because when we pick something and we pray for something, we shouldn't worry anymore. Also, this is a card of understanding what we choose and how it benefits us. Is it in alignment with our overall plan? And we have to understand what that overall plan is. And that's only in our hearts. And in our hearts, we also see that plan. And next to that is a bunch of fears. But then again, you have to understand that it's just in your mind. You can get up easily. Nothing is binding your hands but a already untied string, but you're blindfolded. Just walk away from those. Alright, and you have your witch hat and your broom on the floor next to you, so you can just hop right on that and manifest your union with your guides. Okay, as well, we have the Page of Wands. This is divine masculine and divine feminine picking their new path of what they want. So both of us are in a state of choosing this new way of being, new way of wanting. Yeah, precision, new aims. Okay, and our divine masculine got you, the Star. So he also doesn't have to be facing it. In most depictions of this card, he's facing away from it. But the Star is what is on his mind, on his heart. Also, earlier in this reading, divine masculine's mother understood something's going up with the situation, memories of love, fear, and feeling the shadows, so probably isolating himself. Alright, we have the Empress card now. That's you. Really knowing that this Three of Cups, this victory, this coming together, divulging the truths, coming together will happen. Will be worked on. See, it takes work, Seven of Pentacles, but that's okay. We know that that'll happen. We have Justice, see, and it was reversed, and for me that means emphasis, that the universe will have this happen. It's justice, and it's the way, also the design of what I believe to be my God. So Nine of Cups as well. I just have to meditate. We have to meditate. Be clear. Also, turn our backs away from cups that we know are not ours, and wait for our ship to come in. Happy to be in this meditative state. Happy to be alone. Happy to be just taking advantage and smelling the roses, stopping and being happy. And our divine masculine, as we do that, is going to be very sharp and now understand, like, yes, I'm going to be this, I need to be that, and this is all coming from his own understanding. This man almost looks like he has a watch, so he knows what time it is as well. Okay? There's also witch broom behind him and books. So it seems like it's almost like your witch broom that you left. Wow, that's crazy I said that, because when I met my divine masculine, it was on Halloween, and I left my broom in the back of his truck. Literally, my broom, I forgot it after our date. I just forgot it in the back of the truck. So, that energy left from you, symbolically, energetically, period. That seed, that walnut, is going to grow, and look at what it's going to grow him to be. Our man, the Emperor. We were the Empress. This is our man, the Emperor. Also could be an Aries, guys. Wow. I'm so happy, and I got through all the cards for you guys. Alright, so I did want to read one part from a book. Might as well. It's already a long reading. I got the tab right here. Get the door. Alright. And it happened to be an 11. Can you see that? 11. Okay. So, the card is the 11 Illuminates. The 11 is the first master number. It means illumination. It also means the teacher or the messenger, which relates it to the angels. The 11 symbolizes spiritual awakening, enlightenment, ideals, inspiration, and mysticism. The first master number, the 11, can be seen as a gateway to another level of consciousness. This is the number of a social activist, inspirational speaker, a motivational speaker. This person breaks old systems in order to establish new. Wow! You guys, we just talked about all that. And look, the picture is a window. The law of equilibrium, see? Oh, okay. I need to show you guys an image of, it's kind of like a Death Star. And you have to, like, it's, if you get 75%, then he gets the rest of the opposite, ness. So if you're, 50% nice or 50% judgmental, then he's 50% the opposite as well. As it's interesting. I'll have to draw it out for you guys. 45 on the clock. So the law of equilibrium, yeah. Keeping it balanced, your balance. Even if it's imbalanced in state of percentages. That's basically what I meant. The picture is a window. Eating its tail image, so infinity. And all those, the sentence right here, first master number, the 11 can be seen as a gateway to another level of consciousness. See how the mother seen us as wisdom, the father seen us as understanding, that we have recognition and a reward towards them, and just awe, admiration as reciprocated for that, because all these twos, also the sister had a 2, grandma had a 2, I think everyone had a 2 for how they felt about this, and 2 was an 11. It's time. Wow. Okay, so I just picked one more. I decided to open on the page, and it's the flame. Queen of Fire. 13, the flame. The flame of passion can burn out in a blaze or in a long, slow burn. Wow, I have to sit with that. A long, slow burn. Or in a, like a spark can make a fire. The fire can you can burn it out quickly by too much ego stuff, all these ways that is not the new way, which is really the old way, but as in the new way of loving, to show people, passion that can be long burning, slow, even if it's slow. Very awesome. So remember your original selves, guys, and continue to move forward with peace and contentness with what is. Understand this metamorphosis is happening through God's terms, through creator, rite of passage terms. There's things people have to graduate first. Principles of intuition, moral standards. Even young men are maturing now. So allow them that time, just like we had. It's not like we're ahead, okay? We just love to give and receive and let them learn that they do too, okay? Energy, in turn, if you give them peace and hold space, what do you think will happen back to you? So give birth to awesome ideas, okay? Focus on you guys making those ideas into form. Yeah, go forth and understand that it's all going to happen in due course, in divine time, and have a good feeling about it, especially with everything that is, including yourself. Focusing on you, once again, and send your twin flame love, and make sure you keep it original, guys, and stay divine. Bye.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, you wanna jam. Hey, yo, what you gonna do? 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 Party people in the house, let's go. It's your boy JC. Alright, so pass that thing, watch me flex. Behind my back, you know what's next. Jam, all in your face. What's up? Just feel the bass. Drop it, lock it down the room. Shake it quick and space the room. Just work that body, work that body. Make sure you don't hurt nobody. Get wild and lose your mind. Take this thing in the overtime. Hey DJ, turn it up. You see D gon' burn it up. Come on y'all, get on the floor. So hey, let's go. Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright. Wave your hands in the air if you feel fine. We're gonna take it into overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright. Come on, it's time to get hype. Say who? Come on, all the fellas say who? Come on, watch out for the ladies say who? Yeah, all the fellas say who? Yeah, it's hard. Come on and run, baby, run. Come on, do it right, baby, run. Yeah, you wanna hoop, so shoot, baby, shoot. It's time to hoop, so shoot, baby, shoot, baby. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, you wanna jam. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, you wanna jam. Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Get on the floor and jam. The UCD on the microphone. Girl, you got me in the zone. Come on and start the game. Break it down, tell me your name. I'm the GOAT, has dance all night from coast to coast. Just slide, from left to right, just slide. No self-denial, the UCD, drop the bass. 3-1-1, all in your face, jam on it. Let's have some fun. 101, you run the home and I run the G, so come on, baby, just jam.